Hi there, it's Richard Bromwell here from Charterhouse Auctioneers. We're going to have a bit of a walk and a talk through our great big auction of classic and vintage motorcycles coming up at the wonderful Haynes Motor Museum on the 14th of March. As usual, we have been out and about scouring garages, barns, attics, you name it. Wherever there's been a bike, we have found it, up and down the countryside. We've got a lot of projects. This is certainly a project that's going to make a lot of people smile, I think. It's a 1972 Fantic chopper. Yep, what you see is what you get. We're selling this for a client over in Kent. It's a no reserve bike. We've also got bikes of all shapes and sizes, as you'd imagine. And we've got a very sweet here, little Lambretta 48. Sweet little bike. And if you look in the background, you can see he's actually got about 15 motorcycles in the auction, part of a collection. Next up is the sweet little BSA bike with a little Ducati, I suppose, really. Little engine, great little fun. I do love the picnic hamper on the back, perfect for a little Sunday ride. Another ride, here we are. This is the HKW, the W2000. It's a rotary wankle, and this has been on static display in the Haynes Motor Museum since about the sort of late 1980s, obviously requiring some recommissioning work, but it's a rare beast, value on that round about the £4,000 to £5,000. Here we are. This is the 2018 Norvin. This is one of the more modern bikes in the sale. Wonderful bike. It's one we sold a couple of years ago. The owner's had his enjoyment. He's had his fun. He's actually got his eye on something else in the sale between you and me. And this one's estimated around about the £50,000. And still on the Vincent front, we've got four Vincents in the sale. We have, first up, we have a Vincent Comet. Second up, we have a Vincent Comet. And third up, we have a, yes, you've guessed it, another Vincent Comet. This one is part of a large deceased estate. We cleared the garages down in Southampton. This particular one is being sold without reserve. Next up is we have another Vincent. There we go, the Vincent Rapide. It's a big boy here. It's quite a late entry. Obviously, the photograph was taken on a sunny day. Estimate on that around about sort of £26,000 to £30,000. Now we've got the 1949, the Swallow Gadabout. What a bizarre looking bike this is. Never seen one before. I may never see another. I don't know. Depends how well this one sells. This has been certainly shed stored for many, many years, and value on that roundabout sort of £1,500 to £1,800. And certainly I'm pretty sure that someone will get that running with a bit of fresh petrol and a bit of weekend work. Couple of shiny bikes now. We've not got one, but two silks. We had a silk in last year that did particularly well, and as a result, we've got two more bikes that have come in. It's a bit like London Bus. You don't see any all day long, and then two coming on at the same time. Another couple of bikes. This time they're Ducatis. We've got a brace of Ducatis from different owners. First up is the Ducati 916. This is a one-owner bike, just a couple of thousand miles on it. Proper collector grade bike that. And next up we have our very own Keanu Reeves, sorry no actually it's George Beale, here we are with the Matrix Reloaded, the Ducati 998, again super low miles. The owner's just giving up riding at the moment, and George is, there he goes, but a bit of eye candy for you. Following on from this, we've got the big Honda CBX. It's a wonderful, wonderful condition here. It's certainly very rare with its crash bars as well. And going a little bit earlier now, we've got the 1927 Scott. This is actually one of three Scotts in the auction. We've got the Flying Squirrels, and from the same owner as well, we've got the 1957 Scott. And these are wonderful condition, and yes, they were kept inside the house. Following on from that, we've now got a brace of Norton International Model 30s. Here we are. This one is the 1956 version, and followed by the 1957 version. And I'm sure those of you eagle-eyed can actually see the differences on that. Coming on now to a big old thumper, the XT500. Boy, these were great when I was younger. And XT500, it is an import. Next up is another import. Now, this is possibly one of the most important bikes we've had the pleasure to be instructed to sell. It's from a deceased estate down in Southampton. Sorry, this is a no reserve 1972 MV Augusta 750 GT. Originally dispatched to Australia. The owner brought it back from Australia quite a few years ago. He's done restoration on a couple of bits. The tank he's had painted, and he's had the seat done in bits and pieces. But basically, it is what you see is what you get. Although we have got a set of the correct carburetors to go. That's a no reserve bike, and I cannot wait to get on the roster to sell that, to see where we end up on that. Following on from this, and now is a little trio of bikes from a well-known West Country collection. We have one of the eldest bikes in the sale. We have the 1918 Indian Power Plus. And for those of you who came and had a look at the bike at the Bristol Classic Bike Show, it was very well admired. Now we've got first from the same owner, for the same collection, the 1919 Humber 6 horsepower. And on from this now we've got the 1921, the Rover Imperial. All three bikes, all immaculate and all from a very well-known VMCC enthusiast. Here we are. Next up, we've got the penultimate lot, which I'm going to talk to you about. We've got the 1946, the Harley Davidson, the Knucklehead. Again, a very well admired bike, which we had on our stand at the Bristol Classic Bike Show. And finally, ending up here, what is it going to end up on? But with a Bruff Superior SS80. So there's a bit of a walk and a talk through our auction. There's over 150 motorbikes. We've got projects and parts, and hopefully we'll see you at the sale.